I already think you look pretty good, Ben, but with Ohana in the background, I think you look even better.
Nice little beach setting. All I need is a drink with an umbrella in it to perfect that picture.
Which drink would you choose? A mojito, wouldn't you? Or would you go for margarita?
You know, if we're on the beach, if we're actually on the physical beach, I might go pina colada.
Let's go to the beach, each. Let's go get away.
Last time I went to the beach, my girlfriend stepped on a stingray.
The beach is suddenly not that attractive anymore since then, right?
Yeah, it was really bad. Like, she comes, like, walking out of, like, limping out of the water. And I'm like, what is wrong with Connie? And I walk over to her, and I look at her foot, and it's bleeding. It's like, ah, she must have stepped on a rock or something. Yeah. But she's pitching a fit. Like, she is really, like,
how girls are.
She's a tough girl, and I've never seen her whine like this. And I was in my mind, I was like, oh, come on. You know, you've just cut your foot. But I was trying to be nice to her. I was like, okay, I like cleaned it up for her. It was a pretty gnarly cut. But she just keeps on. I need you to call an ambulance. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to call an ambulance, but I'll take you to the emergency room. So I take her to the emergency room. The doctor's like, yeah, she got stung by a stingray. It's one of the most excruciating stings you can get. And then I felt like a jackass. It's like her whole leg was numb for like an hour. She just.
But I don't blame you, Ben. I blame any other girl in the world for making us think that way.
Yeah, it's all the other girls' faults.
Yeah.
Freaking divas.
Look at this, man. This is crazy.
Whoa.
ViBe is going hedge first. In Axslav is natural. What's happening with the metagame?
Very interesting. Axslav goes Forge Gate. This could be brutal, Kev, because this hatch is going to finish. And I think he's going to have time to build a queen.
And then we're going to have queen in the natural of Protoss. Man, if this is not taking a note out of Cat's playbook, I don't know what is.
And this can be one of the most frustrating things in the world to deal with, because if that cannon does not cover wherever the creep tumor goes down, you're not going to get your natural until like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, and this hatch is going up, and I think exactly what you said, man. I think he's just going to try. Look at that. He has to build the cannon a little bit more in the front as well, because he's worrying about. He has to be worried about the couple of circlings as well. Yeah, I think ViBe is just going to let it finish. Now Axslav is going to try to cannon the natural ViBe, but that really doesn't achieve all that much, because if ViBe wants to, he can just expand over here. It makes absolutely no difference for Zerg.
This is going to be really crazy. It's always fun seeing how these kinds of games develop and seeing which player maybe has the most experience playing from a position like this. ViBe is a teammate of Cats, so if anybody can give that kind of advice, it's Cats. He's been in this situation before. Probes with the cannon, with the Zealot, may be able to kill the hatch before the queen can pop.
I think so, Ben. 30 seconds seems like a hell of a lot of time. Look, he's going to try to get the surround and the queen's through.
Oh, but the Zergling's complicating things a bit. It's going to force Axslav to choose what he wants to fight. If that queen comes out...
I think the queen will come out right now. Only 10 seconds remaining and the queen will come out. And then it can drop that crucial creep tumor.
Axslav can still focus down the creep tumor, which is a really big deal. And ViBe isn't controlling. He wants to put the tumor behind and then cover it. And oh, it's going to get surrounded. Very well done here.
Is he going to drop the tumor, Ben? Oh, he's going to actually fight this with the Brootlings. Man, Zerg units are really good right now. The queen.
Wow, so much damage. The queen is going to fall. No creep tumor will go down.
Okay.
But how many probes died? 6 probes killed by ViBe. Well, he is very invested, obviously. It's 17 drones to 18
Yeah, and not just that. Okay, Ben, there might not be a creep tumor, but still, it's going to take quite a while before you can actually drop here. He's going to have to worry about these Zerglings in his base. What a brilliant opening here by ViBe. This is really good, actually. I don't really understand why we don't see this stuff more often, because I think it's good.
Well, you can do it against Nexus first. You can't do it against Forge first, because the hatch will be killed before it ever finishes.
Yeah, but a lot of Forge builds still include super late Forges these days. Kind of what Grobby used to do a lot as well. You know, it's like a 17 Forge and then 17 Nexus, just to make it more economical. And as I said, by the way, ViBe can just expand over here. That's why these kind of things, they're really kind of irrelevant. It's maybe a little bit annoying, but it's really nothing to worry about. And I think Axslav is going to have to try to make something happen out of one base, man.
No, he is going to go ahead and drop that Nexus, and I don't think... Well, there's an Overlord there, so it's possible that he's faking, but I really don't think that he is.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I actually overestimated the work difference, since ViBe did make quite a few links as well, so it makes a little bit of sense, but this should be the other way around. Zerg should be at 22 and Protoss should be at 30, and then Zerg should actually be able to build, or then Protoss Nexus is on the way. But if you're already down 7 workers, man, you're really fighting an uphill battle.
Really smart move by ViBe here in the natural, sending the queen down to tank the first cannon shots. so that he can clean up the cannon with just a handful of Zerglings. He will be able to take this third base. One thing that he hasn't accounted for, these Zealots that Axslav made, they're marching towards the third of ViBe, and there is nothing out to fight them.
There's 2 Lings and a Queen. The new Queen is pretty good.
We'll see if that turns out to be enough. ViBe does not seem to be paying attention to that Queen immediately, taking a lot of damage. Now the Zealots can work on that Spine Crawler. The ViBe going to be forced to defend with drones, and that is never what you want. Zealots against drones is a...
Pretty nice micro, though. He lost 2 drones so far, but might end up losing a 3rd one. No, not yet.
Wow.
Beautiful micro by ViBe.
Really exceptional control by ViBe. Incredibly impressive. Pulling back the units at just the right moment.
I mean, he only lost 2 drones there, man. That's really not a big deal. And now if we take a look at the production tab, we see 10 drones at once being in production. And
just on pure cost of units, any player will trade a drone for a Zealot all day, every day. So very well done by ViBe. Oh man, he's still staying map aware. Overlord in good spot, spots this proxy pylon going down.
Yeah, I don't think any of these pylons is going to go up. He could make a couple of additional links. That's exactly what he does. He's going to research speed as well.
Ooh, Axslav is like serious.
Yeah, he's just going to try to make something happen with +1 Zealots, man. And I don't blame him that much, because he has to make this an unusual game. If he's going to continue to play this as a macro game, he's going to be so far behind. He's already 8 workers down. First Zealot will get wiped in.
Yeah, but he's...
+1 Zealots, man.
+1's not done yet.
Oh.
No, but it's going to finish. So, here come those Warpins. Roach Warren is going to complete. ViBe, he still has that Spine Crawler to fall back to.
Look at the money that ViBe has as well, man. I think he can easily make quite a few roaches and be more than just fine.
8-9 roaches, assuming he doesn't supply block himself.
He still has more workers as well, but during all this, man, Axslav is still producing probes, so this is not 100% all in, but needless to say, Axslav is going to have to do a lot of damage over here.
Oh, I like this choice by Axslav.
Oh, that's a lot of Zealots.
A little bit of a juke, and he's going to walk right up into the natural ViBe where there are no static defenses, and this is going to be a harder defense to muster than would have been in the third base. Ooh, these +1 Zealots do so much damage.
Yeah, but now the Roach Count is starting to climb, and in a few moments the Roach Count will even be a lot higher. These Zealots are dealing a lot of damage, so I really like the idea of Axslav.
Really good micro by ViBe. He's really trying to make the most out of every one of his units. +1 Zealots, very, very effective, but they are getting cleaned up with this good control.
Yeah. And straight away ViBe goes back to drone again. But hey, during all this, Axslav did temporarily take over the worker lead. And that's already better than I actually thought it was ever going to get for him in this game. So that was definitely worth it for Axslav. I really like the way he did that.
Axe drops that robo, warps in some sentries so that he's safe from a big roach counter. But ViBe doesn't seem, he doesn't seem hell-bent on anything like that. He's just droning. He's got a few units out, and that's all he's going to need to make sure that he's safe from future aggression.
Man, both games have been so crazy so far. It's like so many unexpected scenarios popping up every single second.
Yeah, really fun opening here on Ohana. And you're right. It really begs the question why more Zergs don't do things like that. It's an unorthodox way to play. It's difficult to play that way if you're not completely comfortable with it.
It's fun for the fans.
Yeah, it's fun for the fans. It's fun for us.
It's fun for the Zerg. It's like... Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, hey, normally he's like, Protoss always blocks my natural. What can I do? What if?
What if I blocked his natural?
What if I block his natural? Yeah, now Starcraft is going to be really fun.
If only that creep tumor had gone down, it would have been craziness. Axslav going to take his own third base. ViBe has chilled out on the droning at least for now. He's going to make a handful of units working on his own upgrades. Blink's on the way for Axe. I don't really mind Axslav's position, Kev. I feel like he's in pretty good shape. Ooh, interesting choice by ViBe.
Ventral Saxa.
And this changes that statement that I just made, because if ViBe has the option to attack anywhere, then Axslav no longer has the luxury of just sitting behind a choke and being like, "All right, come at me, bro."
I mean, Axslav is not in an unwinnable position because that Zealot harass was really good. That's exactly what he needed. But I still like ViBe's position very much.
I'm really eager to see how it comes.
So be careful with those roaches. Don't want to get force fielded up.
Two
Man,
roaches do get caught.
You know what these roaches say now, Ben? You didn't have to cut me off.
Roaches and Lings are going to go ahead and fight. Great force fields by Axslav means this is going to be a really good fight for him.
Yep. Beautiful force fields.
Going to lose a handful of Stalkers, but the Immortal stays alive, and all the Roaches and Lings either cleaned up or forced to retreat. And now we've got 3-base Zerg against 3-base Protoss.
Yeah, I don't really get why ViBe want to fight there without Roach speed, and he's researching Ventral Sax. Now he's going to research Overlord speed as well. I don't really understand why he wants to fight us so desperately. I would have much rather seen him go up to 72 drones and then start having the dropping action and then start harassing that third base as well.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good point, Kev, as his supply lead is really kind of small right now.
Do you think that was a tell for Axslav, seeing all those overlords, despite them being very slow overlords moving out?
Maybe. He's not really reacting to it just yet. I mean, he's going to have like 3-pronged aggression right now. Look, there's Lings over getting ready to run into the third. There's Roaches outside the natural. And where's the drop going to come?
The Obi's coming from the left side. I guess they're just going to pick up these units. But I would really... Oh, he's going to drop Banelings, Ben. But he's only at... He doesn't have any upgrades for the Zerglings right now. He has 0-1. Oh.
Yeah, well, Banelings will still kill sentries very fast.
Yeah, so he's just going to fight with drop. That's interesting.
If the sentries are eliminated, these Roaches become so much more effective. The Roaches have 1-1.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this. I think if he executes this well, this could work really well. And then it's definitely going to be one of our top 3 plays tomorrow, Ben.
Oof, that was scary. Force field going down. Those Banelings are about to finish morphing. And
if ViBe would have only be able to spend all his money, Ben, imagine how many roaches you can make from 1,000 minerals. That's like 23 roaches. That was just kidding. That's how I feel in my mind.
ViBe has spent down that money. He's at about 400 minerals and 100
Funny
gas.
thing is, it's actually 15. And that's really a lot too.
And we are going to see this fight. Roaches engaging. Force field's going down. Maybe the Banelings a little bit late to the party. Here comes that drop.
Here come the Banelings. All the sentries are clumped together.
Everything is clumped together. Axslav does an okay job of spreading out, but the Banelings do such incredible damage. Zergling reinforcements coming down. Is there enough, though? ViBe's roach count looks kind of low. I think with the Lings, he is going to have enough to do some substantial damage. Yeah, I think,
I mean, Axslav is going to be able to survive here. Both players having quite a bit of money during all this. Well, it's been very action-packed. I can't blame him. But I'm not sure how many probes he lost, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to save this Nexus. I don't think he will. No,
Nexus
there's no way.
will fall, but so will a lot. Ooh.
Oh, no, no. What are you doing? No, ViBe. ViBe. Yes.
That was not very good. Top 3 and bottom 3, all in the same engagement.
Well, a ton of Lings are going to stream into the main base, though, and that is very, very nice. Even though we do have 2 cannons over here. Wow, I like how X already has that.
Yeah, he's well equipped to deal with this. Cleans up everything in the natural, takes 0 damage in the main. Supply-wise, it is still dire straits for Axslav, 150 to 140. 2 base to 3 base. ViBe has not taken a 4th, though.
He's on 67 drones, so as you can see, the main base is starting to run really low. The natural is still very healthy, but what was supposed to be the third base was now actually the natural one. Well, this one is about halfway through.
Yeah, ViBe needs to take a 4th. Axslav going to go ahead and retake his 3rd base. You know, the army of Axslav, it's not, it's not a super terrifying death ball by any stretch, but it's still not bad against this roach-based army. It's the numbers that are working against him.
ViBe lost really a lot by trying to pick up that Nexus. I mean, if he would have just done it straight away and he would have gone away.
I thought he was going to pick up like half and fly away with half, and I was like, oh, that's really smart. Yeah. And then he loaded up the rest.
And I was like, and then he really had trouble dropping anything and still being able to focus the Nexus. ViBe is going to be aggressive once more with a lot of roaches picking up that forge straight away. Did +3 finish? Yes, it did. Just in time.
Yep, man, those roach numbers are still really high. 42 roaches, and they're going to turn around and fight after that blink.
Force fields.
Good force fields, and ViBe just going to burrow and get out of there. We're going to see more Baneling drop. Axslav sees this happening, but can he do anything about it? I don't think he can.
Well, he's going to force field everything up. Beautiful force fields. Wow, those were some really nice force fields. A lot of Banelings are in the Overlords already. I'll pick off that Overlord. Ben, 1 HP OV. Beautiful pickup.
The Overlord does go down. The Baneling rain does begin.
Axslav is doing this really well so far. Very, very well. Beautiful spread out.
Splitting his units brilliantly. Looked like Marine King there with his Immortals.
That was very, very well done. And actually, I think Axslav is going to be more than just fine over here. This went so good for our Protoss player.
Maybe even a little bit ahead. He's 10 workers back. Army supply is going to, well, it doesn't favor Axslav, but it's getting better.
The Roach upgrades are 2-1 right now. We have 3-1 on the Stalkers, and ViBe is going to try to protect a couple of his Overlords.
2-2 finishing up for Zerglings, and I guess +2 armor finishing up for Roaches as well.
Oh, a couple of Banelings, Ben, a couple of Banelings.
Ooh, it's not spotted, and that does get, workers do get pulled at the last second. It was 26 workers killed, I think, prior to that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he killed 7? Oh, poor Baneling. Baneling's like, I have to go somewhere, I just don't know where. Really cool and action-packed series so far between ViBe and Axslav. During all this, Ben, ViBe did manage to secure a forward base already. He's already mining from it with 15 drones, so his economy is still looking very good. Now we see the first Colossus is in production, and more importantly, a Dark Shrine is going up as well.
I like this choice a lot. ViBe hasn't done like anything to prepare. Like, he's got no detection on the map right now. He's just starting his infestation pit. There's no spores anywhere.
Colossus kind of exposed, but the reinforcements are already arriving for X. I mean, X is very low on supply though. It's 124 against 184 right now, but his army is scary, and he's also getting that second armor upgrade already, so a Protoss army with 3-2 upgrades. Yeah, that can overcome 30-40 supply. His
income's still pretty limited though. He's never had a 3-base economy, and he's about to be mining on just a single base. Roach is going to come in once more. It's a nice big concave with beautiful force fields by Axslav. ViBe has no choice but to abort mission. He's going to lose just about every one of the roaches that was committed there. Lane's going to run up into that, but this isn't going to work, ViBe. You've already tried this once before.
Oh, Colossus micro challenge. Oh, no.
Achievement unlocked. Roach is getting completely surrounded down there in the third base. They're going to kill some stalkers.
It would be nice to pick up the Colossus.
Is really good, Kev. And he does micro that Colossus about as well as he could hope for. It does eventually fall. ViBe still so far ahead in supply, though. 140 supply to about 100.
Well, it was bigger than this, Ben, and most of these roaches are going to fall as well. Beautiful micro once more by Axslav. This went really good for Axslav once more.
Roaches. But you know what's going to bring Axslav back, Kev? It's not the great army control, it's these DTs. There's still no detection on the map, and ViBe has no idea this is coming. 2 DTs making their way up the right side of the map. That expansion.
Well, if Axslav wins this game, that would be nuts.
Would be an incredible comeback. He's done such a good job of just sticking around.
Let's watch from ViBe's point of view, Ben. I think this is one of the most beautiful moments in the game when Zerg has no detection. Look, the drone.
Beautiful for who? Oh, damn it. A lot of drones falling already. These are the only 2 DTs that Axslav has made, which is a little bit tragic, because if he'd run one into the natural at the same time, the losses would have
kill so much more.
Yeah, much worse. As it stands, it's just about 15, 16 workers that go down.
Well, this is actually going to give ViBe the worker boost that he needed. Actually, he has 60 right now, so that's okay. He's making 7 infestors. It's about time. We're going to see some infestors in the mix as well. But now with this Colossus, man, as you mentioned, Axslav is going to get a much scarier army. His upgrades are fantastic. 3-2 for this phase. And the way that this game has played out, I think it's really impressive that he managed to get 3-2 upgrades. I mean, I know it's a 25-minute game, so some people might say that it's normal. But this has been a game of non-stop. Well, how did this game even start, man, with that hatch first? It was crazy.
Fighting.
This game has been nothing but action, so I think it's very impressive that Axslav never skipped on the upgrades and got 3-2 upgrades.
Coming over here to the right side of the map. I don't think ViBe's going to be able to hold here.
He's getting an ultra-list cover.
Makes a mistake. That's a really strange choice.
Yeah, I agree.
Neural Parasite also going to go down. This base, I think, is just going to fall. ViBe, I think, making the right choice by not engaging there. Axslav is taking his 4th in the midst of this, which, you know, it's good. It means he sustains his income, but he's still never been mining on more than 2 bases at a time. Right now, he's got a single base worth of income.
And something like this, Ben, I mean, ViBe is an absolutely fantastic Zerg player, but I think there's no excuse for this phase of the game. You should always have a couple of Zerglings running around, and straight away when someone tries to warp in a Nexus without being able to protect it, you should be able to cancel it. That's really a must-do for all Zergs out there. Protoss should never be able to expand without having units there.
I think we're in store for something special, Kev. We've got Neural Parasite finishing up, and the first Ultras coming out.
Might see some Neurals going down on these Colossus, and there's not a single Immortal, Ben, so maybe those 5 Ultras are not all that bad of a decision. Axslav knows that ViBe wants to expand over here, but he's not engaging yet.
Axslav is so poor right now. Really needs to start mining from this 4th base. ViBe is maxed, and he's going to be looking to fight, Kev. He's going to have these Ultras popping out, and he should just go. I really think he should just go.
Yeah, as soon as he's maxed. No, I agree. Even though he's getting some really big upgrades, but those upgrades are not going to make the difference. What's going to make a difference is that Axslav's army is going to get a lot better. Man, he just warped in a lot of sentries. What a waste of gas. Even though he has quite a bit of gas, but he's also making temporal archives, so imagine all those sentries.
I love what ViBe's doing. He's going to be coming in from a big angle, and he's got Ultras leading the way. Here come the Roaches. Neural Parasite is going to go down on the Colossi. Wow. And nice blinking there by Axslav. Does pick off the first infestors. He's also going to pick off, he's going to pick off all the infestors, so the Neural has been dealt with, but not before ViBe does some substantial damage to the army of Axslav. Does Axe still have enough? Big Zealot warp in.
During all this, allowed the Roaches to get into into a fantastic position, and these roaches did so much. We see one more investor coming in, but actually Axslav might just be able to win this fight for now.
Yeah, Micro, this Ultra running under the Colossus. Could have taken a couple bites out of him, and I think Axslav has just won the game, Kev, as ViBe is out of bases. Axslav now, like, ViBe's not mining anything right now, Kev. He's mined out at every possible expansion. He's going to lose the last base that has any resources.
He's going to try. He will pick up the Colossus, but he's going to end up losing all the drones. He doesn't have enough roaches.
GG, Axslav, incredible game. And what an epic conclusion it had with the Neurals and the Ultras and the brilliant, man, Axslav's Micro has got to be some of the best in the on the continent. What do you think?
That was crazy.
Top 3 control in North America?
I have no idea. I have no idea actually what I just saw. How the way that this game played out. So many unexpected turns. The start I felt was really quite good for ViBe, and then like with the Zealot arrest it changed a little bit. Still, I felt it was good for ViBe. Then the Roach, the bailing drops, I thought he executed it well. But I think it sort of went wrong the second time he tried to do it. When Axslav had that observer, even though that looked really hard, and I actually thought Axslav was gonna die there. But as you said, Ben, his control, the way he split up everything, it was almost like a Marine challenge when the Immortals just like run separate directions. Yeah. It was beautiful.
They didn't even have stem.
And even this final fight, I really thought that was going to go into favor of ViBe, because I have to lose. I almost lost my train of thoughts, but Axslav had to blink forward to pick up those infestors, which were neuroparasiting the Colossus. So that basically means that the Stalkers blinked right into the Roaches. And these Roaches had good upgrades. Well, for Ultralists, that's complete paradise when units blink into you. So I really thought.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
going to win that game.
To those infestors, focus fires infestors on the other side with his Colossi. It was exceptional control by Axslav. He ties up that series. That last game brought to you by Azo Monitors.
Great game, really, really great game. Enjoyed it so much.
Fantastic game. We're going to play a very short commercial, then we'll be back with the deciding game in this best of 3 between Axslav and ViBe.